Norn Queens and Gentle Xenos. Coming to you live from Rick Priestley's palatial mansion. This is the #1 Xenos shit show on the internet, the Creature Conference. And here is your host, Mr. Ping. Rick Priestley's palatial mansion.
All right, here we are with Simon's audio coming through. Fantastic. I mute him. Can you watch for him for when he comes back? There we go. Hi, hello, and welcome. You know you're in the right place when we start off with some technical difficulties. Compliments of our good friend, the fifth member. I am your host, Modern Synthesist, otherwise known as Mr. Pink. I'm here with my dear chum, Flynnhammer. Want to say hello, Flynnhammer?
Hello, and Simon's back.
We will soon be... Oh, he's back now?
He's back now already.
Okay, I have unmuted Simon because he had his speakers on and we could hear all his audio coming through. Hydra, Simon, welcome to the stream. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. And if you're here with me and Hydra and Flynnhammer, you know it's that time again. The time for the #1 Xenos shit show on the internet, the Creature Conference. We're coming to you live this week from... Simon, where are we coming to people live from this week?
We're coming from Rick Priestley's secret seashell collection cabinet.
Oh, that is very unique. Secret. Okay. Do you know the thing? This is an English thing. I don't know if they have similar in German, but tongue twisters. When you say secret seashell cabinet, you're starting to get into tongue twister land with that. Have you ever heard the seashells? She sells seashells by the seashore.
Oh no, never heard of that. But
so that is
that's
a famous
tough one.
That is a famous what we call tongue twister in English. You must have stuff like this in Germany.
Yeah, we do.
We probably stole it from you. Can you think of one in German?
Fischers Fritze fischt frische Fische.
Someone fished some stuff?
Yeah. Fischer. So we in Germany, in German, in Old German, you would have said a little bit like in the English when someone belongs to something. So it's the genitive.
Yeah.
You would say it would be nix something. So we would build it similar.
Yeah.
So Fishers, so the son of the fisher, who's called Fritz, is fishing fresh fish.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah, but that's basically the only I know.
It almost works in English. Fritz the fisher is fishing fresh fish. Although he's the fish's son, I don't know.
And there's you have to say it one way and then the other way around, if I recall correctly.
Oh.
So you have to do it back and forth.
Oh, interesting.
Add an extra layer of complexity.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, so we got she sells seashells by the seashore. And sorry, I got totally distracted. Thank you for telling us that we're coming to everyone live from Rick Priestley's secret seashell cabinet, and I'm happy to see that the Norn Queen has shown up in the chat to make us not sad and pathetic because no one else is in the chat. Flynn said that there might have been some kind of weirdness with how the stream was set up. I don't know what the deal is. Apparently we have 3 views. Oh, Hydra, thank you. Definitely doesn't look... Hey, Flynn, why don't you put a comment in the chat? Maybe I'll put a comment in the chat as well. We'll get our chat rate up by just all of us commenting. Okay, I gotta wake my keyboard up. Nora is actually playing Switch while also chatting with us. Oh, Tom's here.
Oh, great. Tom Wilson is the year.
Hello.
You're our only friend. Thank you. Thank you for taking pity on us. Yeah, so I feel like it's been a while since we streamed. My leg shit is still sticking around. It's getting slowly better all the time, which I'm happy about. Oh wait, I thought we were doing the other thing. There we go. So yeah, the last stream got kiboshed by me pushing my leg too far and trying to be a hero. And not succeeding. So now we are here, and it's really good to be talking with both of you again. How's it been going, Flynnhammer?
Busy for me, actually.
Yeah.
Hobby-wise, I've built and painted a gaming board which is reversible, so I can use two different sides. One side has got like plasticard paving slabs, so I painted it up as marble, so I can use it for a variety of different game systems.
Yeah.
It's a 4 foot by 3 foot board, so if any game that's like small is easy to fit on, so the 3 foot by 3 foot games, I can do combat patrol as well, whatever the Age of Sigmar one is called, I can never remember it. But
shatter
also
spear point, shatter spear point of the spear.
It's like spear.
It's pointy spears.
Spear thrust.
Probably put it.
Spear point.
Spear point. No, it's not spear point. Is it? Is it spear point? I think we just made up the wrong thing.
Spearhead.
Spearhead.
There
Spearhead.
we go. Thank you. I'm at home is screaming into the ether. Spearhead! Spearhead! You idiots!
All
right.
So I've got it that way, but also I've done it as a Blood Bowl board.
Oh, fuck, what have I done?
And it all stemmed from having lots of the bits from the giant kit because it comes with a textured base left over. I was like, you know what, I want to use it up. And because for some reason I was terrible with all of my mathematics, the board went from, I can do it with the pieces I've got, to I need some more, to I definitely don't have enough and there's no one selling enough to be able to do this. So let me figure out another way to do it. To, I've measured the size wrong for the board several times. And the board...
Did you were working at a bank, right?
No, I don't work at a bank anymore.
So is that why?
Not working at a bank.
Don't mention the bank. I mentioned it once and I think I got away with it.
I work at the regulator now, so I don't have to worry about my
even higher than the bank. He tells the bank they're doing things right or wrong.
But you're still doing things with numbers. Is that correct?
Yeah,
surprisingly, sometimes, yeah.
Are we math shaming Flynn? That's not very nice.
Oh, but it was just multiple, just like doing areas stuff. I just couldn't do it on paper. I needed to see it physically because I was trying to do all of this without being physically there.
Yeah.
I got all of the numbers wrong. So at one point, I thought I had a bigger size.
I absolutely know what you're saying. I built. I tried to plan and build a staircase after my own plans, and I had
in
everything
life or
together.
In Warhammer?
No, in life.
Fuck! Oh shit. Okay,
yeah. You've walked down those stairs, and it never has been a problem.
No, but I'm just saying that if you do it in Warhammer land and you make a mistake, like no big deal. But if you do it in like real life world, in the Meatverse, it could be more problematic.
Yeah, well, here goes my bell, but I had everything together and had planned out. Didn't work, and then I decided, okay, I will just start building and see where this goes. Okay, I'll be back.
All right, cool. Talk to you soon.
And
we should have gotten him to do it first. Oh well.
Yeah. Well, he's got a lot of he wants to talk about, so we could go straight into that when he gets back. But the other bit is I've got my Dogs of War. All of them have been dry brushed to the grey stage because I'm doing Slapshot for them.
Yeah.
I've got 1 box out of 6 already, like dry brushed white for the final bit before paint goes on, and also so I've got a unit of 20 Cursed Company. So they're a undead unit that has.
Wait, there's undead in Dogs of War?
There is an undead unit, Dogs of War, called the
Dogs of War
Company.
just got so much cooler in my eyes. Like, they were already pretty cool, but the fact that they have, like, undead mercenaries, that's pretty great.
Well, I'll tell you how their rules work. I think you'll like them even more. But they've got undead models from each different faction. So they've got orcs, some Saurus, some Skaven, dwarves, a high elf standard bearer, a goblin musician, and a human champion. Now, I've basically got that nearly all painted up. I've just got a few jewels to do and their shields, and then that unit will be ready, and then their bases as well, obviously. But they're going to have the classic goblin green basing to them.
Sweet.
Now, the other bits of their rules, which just makes them really funny, is if they killed any enemies in combat, they would add them to their ranks
as one would expect. Yes, that's great.
But other undead units were like, oh, you'd have to get your necromancer or mage to raise dead to add them to it. This was automatic. If they got killed, they got added to their rank. So you could start the game with 5 models. If they got into combat, you could end the game with 100 models in that unit.
They got to be pretty friggin' strong to get in combat with 5 dudes and to smack some face. Or I don't know how Warhammer works. I never played Warhammer. Fantasy Warhammer. Yeah.
But that's what I remember. I just remember Dogs of War just being like the really fun guys to play with, because when it came to, I think it was 6th or 7th edition, that's when they introduced Horde rule, and it changed from being you only fought in 1 rank if you were normal guys, to it was everyone fought in 2 ranks. Spearmen, you fought in an extra rank. High Elves High Elf Spearmen had an extra rank on normal Spearmen. And
we don't have to go too deep. We don't have to go too deep.
But the last one is the pikemen.
Yeah.
They got to fight they fought in 4 extra ranks normally, but when they got to that one, they fought in 5 ranks. Now, also with Horde, if you were 10 wide, or whatever it was, you needed to be wide for Hordeness, because obviously you had your ogres that were normally 3 wide for a rank. If you were 10 wide, you fought in 3 rank standards. So you could have a 60-man pikeman unit that also, because pikeman stroke hit first, if they got charged, they would be hitting first with 60 attacks.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
That's pretty exceptional.
And the only people who could take pikes were Dogs of War.
What?
And there were several different Dogs of War units that had pikes. Because that was the thing to make Dogs of War unique. And also that was written in like 4th or 5th edition Warhammer, and they never got any updates to them.
Weird. Okay, well, so your Dogs of War is going well. You're getting them painted. You built a giant gaming board out of giant bases because you have more giants than anyone else on the planet.
Yes.
Do you actually have more giants than anyone else on the planet? Do you track this? Like, have you found people on the internet who have more giants than you?
I have never seen anyone even post that when I've seen people post like, this is my giant army, I'm like,
you call that a giant army? Those are rookie numbers, kid. You got to pump those numbers.
Well, I posted on Reddit once and it was just like, oh, so much grey. And it's like, yes, I know it's such grey, but have you got a whole army that is converted? And they're just like, no. Then shut up. This is my answer to them.
Well, when someone says it's, oh, so much gray, that's just cope, baby. That's just them being like, I can't compete with this. I need something to throw back in your face.
Yeah.
Oh, so much gray. Oh.
Say, oh, okay, yeah, but I haven't had that drive to paint.
Yeah.
It's become more prevalent for me wanting to paint now, but it wasn't at that point when I was building all of them. It was like, oh, what's a new idea? What's a new idea?
Yeah.
And people don't understand that. And it's like, a lot of the people are like, the ones that, oh, it's a grey army. It's like, they're the ones who mainly will just play games. They won't really, or they won't have really that brilliant painted armies either. That people who can paint are more likely to go, oh, cool, like, do you need any tips or anything else to paint? The ones who can't really paint that well, just like, oh, I've got mine painted, even though they're not that great painted, they're still painted. They're just being snobby. So I see
it could be. Oh, well, people have different, everyone in the hobby has a different focus. I get a little miffed sometimes with, like, people don't mean anything by it, but you post like a really awesome conversion that you're really proud of, and the first comment is, oh yeah, can't wait to see it painted. And I'm like, no, like, it's pretty much done now. Like, I get that when it's painted, it's going to feel more done, but I am happy with the conversion at this point. I feel like I put a lot of work into it. It's definitely, I don't care about likes, but it's definitely going to get more likes when it's unpainted than when it is painted, because that's a weird rule of the internet. So yeah, I've just had to accept that people don't mean anything by that when they say can't wait to see it painted. But to me, that's like, oh, you're not done yet. Tell me when it's done.
I see you get the engagement from it, because they're leaving a comment to say it, so you're actually getting engagement to boost your post.
I don't care about algorithm.
The bit I thought you got more annoyed by is like, once it's painted and then someone comes along and says, "Can I get the STL?"
Listen, buddy, people say that like when it's unpainted, when it's very clearly has green stuff and epoxy sculpt and like different bits from different models that you can see because it's not painted yet. They're like, "Can I get the STL?" And that's when I say it was created by humans. But yeah, that drives me up the wall.
3,000.
Drives me 9,000. Thank you very much. That drives me up the wall simply because it's like, how do you not know that this is like an unfinished miniature and not a print? I'm a little concerned about you.
Yeah, those ones just madness. But yeah, but what have you been up to then in the last month?
I've not been doing a lot. The one thing that I've been up to that I've been pretty proud about is working on these Tyranid terrain pieces, because I'm trying to show people that the Tyranid terrain that was in the sugar. Hold on a sec. That's for our friends who need straight lines on their screen. So, I've been trying to show people that the Tyranid terrain that was previewed for the Tyranid Kill Team box, appearing here on screen, is no good. And so I wanted to start off with this piece here, which is like a gravid sack from a Tervagon. And that was the first piece that I started sculpting up together. But then when Easter rolled around, I was like, man, I really got to do like an egg sort of thing. And oh god, do I have it? Hydra has this really cool piece of Tyranid history that he got at at a tournament. We talked about this on another stream, but in case you missed it, Hydra went to a tournament at Warhammer World, run by, I think they were called Tempest Fugitives or something like that. This was a gaming group, and they had this thing they called the Second Tyrannic War. Was it the Third Tyrannic War? I don't really know. But Hydra won a trophy there, and I have the pictures. I just need to download them to my PC. He won a trophy there that it's a piece of Tyranid terrain. I can't recall do you recall, Flynn, if it appeared in the Tyranid Codex or not?
Yeah, I think it appeared in the 4th edition Codex. It does actually appear in the 4th edition Codex. It, I think, appears on like the first page with the list of them. Like, it has the 3 images on top of each other. Because I remember seeing it there. It's also been in White Dwarf issues, because they even showed how it was made in a White Dwarf issue.
Oh, well now, okay. It wasn't loading, but then I refreshed it and now it's loaded. So what happened is that they made this terrain at Warhammer World, and then somehow someone managed to cast this thing or get cast of this thing from Games Workshop to distribute as trophies. Maybe this was simply a time when Games Workshop was like into supporting the community, and these guys were like, we're gonna have this Tyranid campaign weekend at Warhammer World. And Games Workshop was like, cool, here, have these as trophies. Who knows? But Simon got some. And I'm going to pull one up here. Very large, bear with. Oops! That's not what I wanted to do. Too many windows on the dance floor. Fuck that. So this is a picture of Simon's trophy that he got. And if you look at it closely, you can see that, well, if you're familiar with old Tyranid models and you look at it closely, it's like an egg-shaped thing, but it's got these kind of chitinous growths going up the side of it. Those are lictor talons, like the old 3rd edition, 4th edition Tyranid lictor. And then at the base, say fourth? At the base, it's got Devourers, just like glued in there. And then I've got another view of it from the top. Here we go. And it's got kind of, I'd say, like a face huggery kind of profile at the top. It's just kind of like a puckered orifice. Warning! Slaaneshi content. Come here for all your puckered orifice needs. So yeah, these are some looks at what inspired this other piece of Tyranid terrain that I'm working on. And that came from the fact that I wanted to make something that was vaguely egg-shaped. And when I was looking at the stuff that was in the Kill Team box that I don't think is very inspiring, they have this weird thing down here, which very much looks like they took a bunch of capillary towers and just slapped them together and then put some kind of membranous stuff between them. And that doesn't really speak to me, and it doesn't really feel iconic or anything. But these pieces from the Codex and from Warhammer World, and that were these trophies for the Second Tyrannic War, these feel like a piece of Tyranid history. So when we were talking on stream one time, I was like, oh, I want to like make better versions of this scenery that's in this Kill Team box. I want to show people how to do it themselves. But then I also had this idea of, I think someone else suggested it on the stream, I can't remember, but it's like, oh, well, why don't you like recreate classic pieces of Tyranid scenery? Because there's like hallmarks to them in here. Like they've got these like budget capillary towers that look like hair-dual tails, and they've got the like famous like lotus seed pod brood nest thing, but unfortunately these are just like the rough versions of them. These are like the Wish / Temu versions of them. So I just want to make the un-Temu versions of these things. Yeah. So that's what I'm working on here and here. One is that brood sack thing that they've got. That's not a classic piece of Tyranid terrain, but this thing here is like trying to be a classic piece of Tyranid terrain. So I used a foam lime that I got from the dollar store, and I stuck these monstrous scything talons in it, and then I just went to town sculpting this like membrane on it. This is the first one I sculpted, which is the roughest one. I actually have to cut some of this out and resculpt it. And then these other ones. So I've been working on that mostly, but I haven't been doing like a ton of work. But when I have been working, I've been working on this. And that was simply because Easter inspired me to go and try and buy some plastic eggs. They were sold out of plastic eggs, so I got a lime. So when life hands you limes, make Tyranid terrain. That's the moral of the story.
You should have just waited until the Tuesday after Easter.
Well, no, what happened is that I went to the Dollarama on the Saturday before Easter, and they were already sold out. They were very smart in like how much they stocked. They only stocked what they needed. And then they had already sold out by the time I went there on the Saturday of the Easter weekend. So I was kind of SOL because I'd waited so long.
It's my favorite time of year though, Easter. Well, the Tuesday after Easter.
To get chocolate?
Best time to get chocolate. Best time to get chocolate. Because you're getting it for really cheap. And for prices that you could only imagine like back in the 90s. Those were some good times to get stuff.
Time machine.
I bought a Smarties Easter egg for 50p, and it came with 2 tubes of Smarties as well. To try and get like a tube of Smarties, I don't even know what the price is, but I definitely know it's more than 50p.
I'm not a huge fan of Smarties, but that's good for you.
Yeah. Oh, it was just because it was there. I was like, 50p. All right, I'll take that.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's what I've been doing. Blah, blah, blah. And that's what I'm working on here. I've worked in some... I started with just the gravid sack, and I wanted to do the kind of like what we see there in that photo. But then I was like... I started kind of freestyling it, and I wanted it to look vaguely like a creature, or like something that maybe once was a creature, but then just like settled down into the ground and started growing in and became a piece of terrain. So I took this cut down Carnifex back carapace piece, slapped it on the front, and I slapped one of the old infestation markers from the Genestealer sprue on the back, and now I'm just working on blending that in to the piece of terrain itself. And while I've been doing this, I've been shooting a video so I can share it with folks and hopefully help other people to make cool Tyranid terrain. So that's what I've been up to. And that's what I'm doing on stream today. What's going on in the chat, Flynn?
So we've had a fair few more people turn up.
Great.
So we've had Will K, also known as Tactical D-Bag.
Oh, hey, Will. Good to see you.
Evil Laugh Entertainment.
Oh, I remember Evil Laugh. Good to see you.
Diana is also here.
Hello, Diana. Good to have you along.
Dan Kaplinger. The Squid
Dan?
with Class.
Good to see you. Oh, Squid with Class is back. You know what? Squid with Class became one of my patrons after the last stream. I really appreciate that, Squiddy. Thanks. Setting the tone for everybody else.
Josh Rayner.
Oh, okay. Wait. Question for people, because I just thought about it. So I have like my Patreon. I don't post a lot on there. It's kind of like a tip jar, whatever the heck. But YouTube has this option for subscriptions, and I've never really bothered with it because I'm like, well, I've got a Patreon. If people want to support me, they can support me there. People who are on YouTube, do you use subscriptions ever? Like, do you subscribe to channel? Like, not just like subscribe to the channel. Like, no, wait, it's called memberships. So I'm just wondering if from folks here, when you're using YouTube, do you support other creators by paying for YouTube memberships for their channels? Because I didn't think it was that like people were into it, but I figured I should ask people if they're into it, rather than assuming. So let us know in the chat.
I'm also
got Flynn.
Cherith.
I always say Terath, but I don't know if that's correct.
Yeah, Cherith. Then don't forget to like, comment, and sub you mob.
Thank you, Terath. Yes, please like, comment, and subscribe. You mob. And ring the little bell so that when I possibly screw up the settings for the stream, you still get a notification when it starts. I was seeing the proper settings when I looked at the channel. The guys were saying that they saw like the preview card for the last stream, so I don't know what the heck was going on.
Yeah. Dan asked me a question about if I have a giant that's doing the solid snake maneuver with but instead of a little box having a cottage, which I don't, but I do have a giant doing it with 2 branch leaves, trying to hide behind those.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Cottage,
I'm trying not to get any more giants.
No, please, Dan, don't tell Flynn to do more giants. He needs to work on normal human size things.
Yeah, I don't have the space to actually put them into boxes now, even though I just bought 2 more, but I bought like them a month ago and they only just turned up. But it's like a giant it's a giant as a great Empire greatsword, and one holding a giant cannon as a gun, which is actually quite like.
Nice.
Tom Wilson gives us a tongue twister, which is, I'm not a pheasant plucker, I'm a pheasant plucker's son. I'm only plucking pheasants while this peasant plucking's fun.
Okay, I've never heard that. That's cool.
Oh, because you end up saying fuck quite a lot.
Oh, I see. I see where we're going with it. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's quite a good one.
Quite naughty.
It's just good. Just Rainer says, slaps birthing sack. This baby can spit out 3 biogorms at a proceeds to be killed and used as food.
Delicious.
Damn, YouTube doesn't have a puckered orifice in the report section.
I love it.
On the bit about YouTube memberships.
Yeah.
Because no one's commented yet, but I've had some
sponsor any YouTube memberships?
Other people. Not myself, but I've had people gift it to me, so you can actually go in and they actually. Some people will create like membership. They'll create like specific content for members, and YouTube typically will do it as like people who get at the time would be like people who had like more interactions with the stream or anything like that to get the gifted memberships. You can set your own
like
price.
One member would gift it to another member. I thought that was how that worked.
Yeah, typically is what happens, but some people just like go and they can gift, and also as a person themselves, like a person with their own channel, you get after I think you get to a certain level or something, you get given like you can give out 10 or it's 5 or 10 free memberships a month.
Oh,
from YouTube, so you can just give them out. But it's also it's mainly for the content that is behind the scenes. So some do like special streams for just members. They do like specific community posts and stuff like that, or like extended videos.
Yeah.
So it really is dependent. I've seen some people, they've got memberships and they just don't do anything on their membership.
Yeah. That would not
like,
be
great. Without being rude, I had like been gifted a membership to Valrak.
Yeah.
And after the membership had been going for a while, I had a look around and there wasn't really anything there for the membership.
Yeah.
Sometimes it is just there to support the person. But you also get like, fun emotes.
Yeah.
That you can use.
That can work. Jeez. Tool rolls on the floor are covered in junk.
The Squid with Class says, ever considered making a Discord for the Patreons?
We have a Discord for this stream. I have not really considered. I don't love Discord. I know people do, but and I'm not as active on the Discord for this stream as I should be. So I feel like if I created a Discord for patrons, it would just be something I don't go to. But I wondered about creating a channel within the Discord for the stream that's for patrons. So kind of like 2 birds, 1 stone. Like, because there's like a general hobby community that is invite only for folks who enjoy the stream and watch it regularly. And then it's mostly Tyranid focused, but you can do whatever the heck you want in there. But I thought about creating a channel in there just for patrons. But I have not. Maybe I should.
I'd say that'd be the one to do, because it gives people you get another added incentive. If you're not always posting on Patreon, they've got somewhere else they can go to, and they can have more interaction. They have the other bit to it.
Good point.
But it's like a whole. You have to be a patron to have access to that channel.
Yeah, the only thing is that I think that with Patreon, you can set it up on Patreon and you can tell Patreon, like, this is my Discord, give people access to it. But I don't know if I can like give them access to a specific channel. So it would be a little extra work. Like, I'm fine doing the work, but
be creating a role. Like, you know how we've got our roles of like people can't access this voice call because it's just for the streaming.
Yeah.
Same as that.
Good point.
Dan says YouTube memberships are a rip-off for creators.
Just taking it from Squid, that's something you would be interested in. A Patreon Discord. Confirming. Sorry, what was that, Flynn? What did Diana say?
Dan says YouTube memberships are a rip-off for creators.
Why is that, Diana? Tell us more.
I would like to know, because I've heard it a different way of actually, like, you get more direct. I know it's like they split it, the way that they split, like the whole how the paint money goes towards them, like what percentage like YouTube takes etc.
Gotcha.
But what I've heard is creators actually get more money from a membership than they do from even like 1,000 people watching a video. Just from the ad revenue, they get more from that, and they can set what they want the membership price to be.
Yeah, like I follow someone whose membership price is just $1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not. Yeah, Diane says YouTube take a ridiculous percentage.
More than Apple off Patreon in the Apple Store, because apparently that is obscene.
That's something I just want to say quickly. If you guys are ever going to buy anything via an app and they have a website, go to the website on your phone's browser to do it, because what you're actually buying, you're getting less than what you're buying. So if you're going on Twitch and you're buying bits, you're getting less, because going through the app, whoever runs the App Store is taking a percentage of that money.
Be it Google or be it Apple.
So if you're going to do any memberships, go on to YouTube directly and do the membership there. If you're going to subscribe on Twitch, you go to the Twitch browser. It's to go to Twitch itself. Don't go to the Twitch app. So if you're going to go anywhere and do those things, those in-app purchases, don't go directly to the website itself.
So what you're telling me is that if I want to begrudgingly pay Disney for Disney Plus because I want to watch Andor, but I don't want to give Disney as much money as they'd normally get, I should do it on the app. It's the reverse of what you're saying, but you can screw
it's
them
a
that
reverse,
way.
but then it's no, you're paying more.
Oh, you pay what? No, they charge you more? I thought they just took a cut out of it, but they charge you the same. Charge you more?
I got it the wrong way. You get charged more for doing it through the app.
Oh,
because there's the in-app purchase fee. That's what it was. I knew there was a thing about it. It's usually said it that way. It's like, yeah, Disney wouldn't go for that at all. I realize it's the in-app purchase fees is what it is. So that's what it is. You'd lose. You have to pay more to get the exact same thing by going to the apps.
Okay, so I can't screw Disney. Too bad.
No, I can give you a different way to screw Disney later.
Oh, sure, but I love Andor, and I think it's amazing, and I think it's a daring take on like what Star Wars has been, and that they need to do more of it. So I choose to pay for Disney Plus just for the month when Andor comes out, and then cancel it to show them that Andor is the content I want, in the hope that gets more stuff like Andor made, because Andor is cool.
Why not just wait until the whole of Andor is out and then watch it all and then that, rather than pay theoretically for potentially 2 months worth of Disney Plus?
Because when I was like obsessed with The Expanse and I was getting like following all their like social stuff and stuff, it matters to series when they're watched. If you watch a series like when it drops on a streamer, that's seen as successful. If you log in like months after it's dropped and you binge it all, that is not as much a vote of confidence for the series.
Yeah, it's like how Netflix manages it. It's like how many people watched it from completion within the first week.
Exactly. You got it.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever.
So some more comments here from the guys.
And gals.
I was just curious. I use guys as in just a generic term for people.
Okay. Let's call them broodlings.
I was thinking about the other week. I'll come back to say. But Squid says, I was just curious because I'm looking for more NID inspiration and I like your content.
Okay, well then you should definitely get in the Discord. Send me an email, modernsynthesist, make sure you got the T on the end, @gmail.com. And let me know who you are using your handle from the stream. And yeah, just be like, hey, I want to join the Discord. And we can get you in.
Yeah.
Because we got there's definitely some NID inspiration there.
Yeah, so Terra, and she says, yeah, it is pronounced Terra earlier, says eBay is a killer for that. They take 13.5%. Unsure if it is lower for registered businesses.
Yeah, I learned this recently because I did the Thin Man for High Fleet Moloch, and then I tried sending it to him, but I didn't have an invoice for it. So we like did some creative accounting on eBay so that we could have an official invoice from eBay, and they took a lot. So I learned that the hard way.
You could have just gone directly, done a thing on PayPal for it.
Where the heck is Simon? Oh, right. Because you can use a PayPal, right? You can use a PayPal transaction as a receipt. I forgot about that.
Yeah. The other bit is I know they've now got it is that the buyer protection. If they're not a business, the buyer has to pay that bit for it, and it's now 8%. So if you're buying something, you've got to sometimes factor in an 8% increase on what the actual price is going to be. But when they first announced it, it wasn't actually included in the checkout.
Man. Like I've been doing some purchases through PayPal off of a different community, and I don't think it's that high.
Oh, I'm on eBay.
eBay.
On eBay, yeah. So if I go and make a purchase from someone who's an independent, not a business, but a seller, and they're not registered as a business on eBay, I potentially have to pay up to 8% more in fees. And that's only if, and the only bit I don't get it refunded is just like if something goes wrong, I might get my money back.
Yeah.
Like if the item doesn't appear, I can get them to step in. And it was just like, well, either some people were taking abuse of the whole system, and just using it to always just get money back on sale items, and others weren't. But it was just getting annoying. Like it's really helped me curb how much I'm buying on eBay as well, because I'm like, do I really want to pay for this? Do I really want to pay for that? It hasn't really stopped me in the last week, where I've bought 3 Firestorm readout platforms.
You got up their fees again.
Yeah,
back under control.
Yeah, but it's just like there's not really much stuff I've been going after anyway. The things I want now, they complete the got all the Dogs of War stuff. It's just like, yeah, I don't have anything that's needed.
Good. I have not been buying any miniatures. I'm kind of like off buying miniatures, which is probably a good thing, because I got plenty of miniatures already. Like my buddy Koska made down in. Is that Simon?
Yes.
He's Simon.
Hey, welcome back, dude. My buddy Koska made was like, hey, do you want to split that new Kill Team box with the Raveners? I'll take the AdMech, you can take the Raveners. And like my initial response was, yeah, totally. And then I'm like, wait, do I really need that box? Getting to be Simon in my old age.
Oh yes. Welcome to the reasonable.
So, Simon, we have a question for you.
Yes.
What hobby have you been up to?
Yeah, we missed that from you at the beginning.
Well, I did surprisingly a lot.
Good.
But nothing really visible. I've been drawing a lot on my my school iPad. I didn't just draw for shits and giggles. You might have seen those things that I've been drawing on
like the sea creatures with the skulls and all that stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it's safe to say that I have been working on a little game with Paolo, who is the dude who wrote the game Altars of the Dead Gods.
Yep. That's awesome, man. Congratulations.
Thanks. And those are graphics and fillers for the rule book. And we have just today we have started the alpha, what we call the alpha phase.
Yep.
So we
like alpha testing of the game.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
So
that's awesome.
we have the game and the lore and stuff in a place where we feel comfortable with sharing that. But since we want this to be like really good, it's not something I just throw out. It's something. Yeah, I want to be, or we want to be of worth, if you want.
Yep.
And so
something to be proud of.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's why we are we're testing that at first. So this is where we are right now. And today we kind of opened up the Discord and gave the rule book to the others who are hopefully going to play the shit out of this little game and to see if it's any good.
Yeah.
And then we'll get feedback, hopefully, and then we'll work this feedback into the rules and whatever. And
exciting.
Yeah, then at some point we're going to make this publicly accessible. Yeah, and that's great. That's great. great way of working when someone is as excited for stuff as you are.
Yeah, you guys share the passion.
Yes, and on the one side we share the passion, and on the other side we fit together pretty well.
Good.
Because he is all about writing rules, and getting those things into working, and balancing, and he has all kinds of great ideas. And I like the lore part and making graphics we can use for the rulebook, and
you're the art director and he's the rules master.
Yeah, kind of.
Nice.
Kind of split it that way.
Great.
I've got a question for you, Simon.
Yes.
Would you be, once the rules are all sorted out, be looking to do anything like in a hard copy for people? Like, instead of it's not just like they can get the rules and print them off themselves, like actually release like a hard copy?
On the one side, yes. And on the other side, I don't know. Because from what I've learned so far, from other companies and stuff like that, making a rule book is nothing, or no, let's put it that way, it's just for something, let's restart, is lots of effort, and you need a really solid base of people who are interested in buying that book. For example, I know that Necropolis is trying to get printed, and that's a quite a devious task. I know that Peter, who invented Necropolis, got screwed over by someone.
Oh no!
And that didn't go very well. When the 28 Mag Kickstarter started, they said to us, "Well, our goal is to to just get a printed copy, because we don't think that there will be any quotation marks profit in this." So
this is Dave Taylor?
A lot of people work. Sorry,
Dave Taylor, because he was the one printing the
no.
28 magazine.
Yeah, he's helping with printing and distributing. I'm not sure if he's actually printing or if there's someone else.
He's got the connections who he has printed other hobby materials before. Yeah. That's what I meant. He's like your publisher consultant or whatever on 28 Mag.
Yeah, something like that. And so that makes it. I don't know. It would be amazing to have a printed copy. But it really depends if people are interested and the game idea sticks. Because, for example, I think the Necropolis Discord has 3,000 members.
Oh wow! Okay. And they can't even get those printed.
Well, I think if Peter would lean more into that, he would probably get it printed somehow. But he's doing it all by himself. I know he has little help with the layout stuff, but he's doing it mostly on his own, by himself.
Yeah.
And he has, I think, 2 little kids. And whatever time they leave you.
Not very much.
But on the other side, I didn't know anything about Paulo when. He's like a maniac.
You're a maniac. So if he says that, I can't believe it. I can't believe how much you're a maniac. I can't believe how much you get done with 3 small children at home. Like you are one of the most prolific hobby people I know, and I say sometimes that if you didn't have 3 children, you would be conquering the hobby world. But then I also wonder if maybe that's not the case. Maybe it's the fact that you have 3 children that gives you the pressure motivation to be so freaking productive when it comes to hobby stuff.
Yeah.
Basically, I'm in awe of you, Simon.
I think it's probably a bit of both. I when I have hobby time, I definitely value it more.
Yeah.
I don't know if more is the right term, but I definitely value it, and I'm trying to make the best of the time that I have. And maybe that helps. And I'm always on the lookout for 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there that I can kind of cut off for the stuff. And on the other side, if I don't have a project that gets me on fire, I'm sitting around doing nothing of worth. So it probably is a mix, but
okay.
Yeah. So this I've been excited to squeeze this out. And that was pretty cool. And it's weird because I've been working on stuff for that for I don't know, since February. And I am not sharing all of that. I'm sharing very little because I didn't know where this all was going. And so I shared only the stuff I was comfortable with, without giving away too much. And it's weird not to post about the stuff you do.
Yeah,
or that I do.
I was literally just talking about this with our good friend Spencer, because he does work with like advertising and stuff like that, like commercials and like making miniatures for like commercial projects. And he was saying the same thing, that he's like, it feels weird that I'm doing all this work and I'm not sharing it. And what I said to him was like, well, you can, like, to you, it's probably going to feel old and not that interesting, but no one else has seen it before. So the first time that you share it is the first time they're seeing it, even if it looks old to your eyes. So you can absolutely like post it up and be like, hey, and like, you don't even have to say like, I've been working on this for a long time. Just be like, hey, check out this thing I'm working on. And you can post through it in whatever order you want. And yeah, they'll discover it now, even if it has been going on for months.
Yeah, that's right. It's still it's just I don't feel sad or anything about it. I was just observing this and realizing how easy, no, not easy, how typical, or no, how automatic it has become for me to build something and then take a picture of it and post it the other day. And it's good that I'm having this this chat group with Paolo where I'm sending his stuff, where I'm sending my stuff to him, and he sends me his stuff to me, and we can cheer each other. It's weird from this. It's basically the opposite of, not the complete opposite, but it feels a bit like the opposite of Instagram, where you kind of share your work and then you get likes and whatnot, and but that, unless someone really comments something else than an emoji or something like that, it doesn't. It almost feel like not seen.
Oh, so okay, I want to say something. Sorry, I want to interject because I just thought of this. Oh no, I didn't just. This is something I've been thinking about for a while, but you just reminded me of it. I want to say to everyone on this stream, if you like something on the internet, you need to put a comment on it. You can't just press the like button and feel like that's something that the creator is going to see. Yes, that's helpful, whatever. But I feel like, I don't know if it's the algorithm or something, or if like Instagram's like holding back comments to like encourage people to comment more. But I feel like a lot of times I go and look at something and there's like no comments on it. I'm like, guys, come on. A place where this is like particularly annoying to me. I know I kind of like strong-armed you into maybe making a Blue Sky account, Simon, but I don't know if you've posted anything on it. I get absolutely zero engagement on Blue Sky. Like, people might comment, like my stuff, but no one ever comments on it. No one. So like, if you like something and you think it's neat, you don't have to comment on everything, but I would encourage you highly that if you see something and you think it's freaking cool, you should leave a comment, even if that comment is just, oh my God, I can't believe you did this. This is so cool. I love it. Pick one thing that's cool about it and put it in the comment, because that's like way more fulfilling for the creator than just getting a bunch of hearts emojis.
Oh yeah.
That's my advice.
See something, say something.
Yeah, see something. Yeah. See something, say something, but the positive version of it.
Exactly.
It's a good way to describe it. Sorry to interrupt. That's something that's been bothering me for a while, and I
No
want
worries.
to capitalize on it.
Yeah, it's weird how on the one side dependent you can become of the social media, and on the other side how good and supportive it can be.
Yeah.
And this was a weird occasion where I had to kind of the chance to reflect on my own habits, which is always kind of a good idea, I guess. And yeah, because that was so that kept me busy. And the other thing that people might have seen was me building those skull flowers.
Yeah, I was wondering about those.
So there are actually two, I don't want to call them competitions, but things going on.
Community events?
Community events, yes.
Challenges?
That's the right term.
I don't know. Creative challenges?
Yeah, both. So there's one is the non-combat tabletop one-page jam.
Yeah.
Thing.
Started to buy you?
No, it's not actually. It's air thing. So Matt is doing that. He came up with that.
Yep.
I initiated the first almanac, and we have been toying in the background with ideas of if we want to do a second and what would be the content of that and all that. And he came up with the idea of contacting the dude who makes the one-page jam.
Rules? Yeah.
No, it's not. It easily mixed up. So one-page rules is a company, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And one-page jam is someone who says, well, we can make our own games and squeeze them into one page.
Nice.
So the rule is strictly just one page.
Yeah.
And so there have been 2 issues of this. I think in the end it's a magazine.
Yep.
And yeah, so Matt contacted this person and asked if he would want to collaborate, and he said he didn't want it for the 3rd time. He actually didn't want to do the competition.
Oh, he was going to call it at 2.
So yeah, we kind of hijacked that, and
Nice.
Matt is basically doing all the work and running it.
Yep.
He got someone to make the cover, and in the end, what will happen is we will compile the one-page rules, one-page jam rules for non-combat tabletop games into another almanac. Into Almanac version volume 2, yes.
Cool.
And yeah, I was having conflicting emotions about that, because on the one side I wanted to take part, and on the other side there was no inspiration. And then the indie scene in Germany is really living up currently. And there are a bunch of dudes doing stuff. We had like the first indie convention in Berlin earlier this year, and well, fun things are happening, and one of them is called Feel Lucky Punk 1312 on Instagram.
Yeah, good name.
Yeah, he's a pretty fun dude, and he and 2 other dudes from England came up with the idea to start a new contest, or competition or whatever, and they called it Grim Hope, because they felt a little bit bored by all this grimdark stuff.
I can understand that
on the channels.
Yeah.
And apparently what I didn't know, what I had to learn, was that there's an opposite to grimdark, and this opposite is called hope punk.
I think I'd heard of that. I love that.
And yeah, I think it's pretty fun. It's still gritty and
It's
sort
punk.
of dystopian.
Yeah.
But it's still but it's also bright and colorful and whatnot.
Cool.
That what they did was they were trying to bring both concepts together in this competition and call it Grim Hope.
Mm-hmm.
Just to get people inspired and do something else than just cover everything in oil wash and pretending to be a good painter.
Yeah. Oh, shots fired, yeah. Hydra. Shots fired, buddy.
I know. It's just me who never got to properly work oil wash for him. But that's probably because I refuse to spray gloss varnish over everything before I proceed.
Yeah.
But it's like you can't even say people in glass houses. You have golden demon trophies, both of you.
I don't have a golden demon trophy. I have a golden demon trophy that Marco gave to me because I converted something. I didn't say I met Marcus Aurelius. What's that quotation from Gladiator? I say he touched my hand one time or something like that. No, I don't have a golden demon trophy. I have a golden demon trophy that Marco gave me because I converted a model that that his wife painted mostly, and won a golden demon. And he was very kind to say, I've got all these golden demon trophies. You don't have any. You made this model. Here, have this. So, but Simon actually has golden demons that he won.
Aren't you incorrectly attributed to being German and having a golden demon awarded to you?
I am not only incorrectly attributed to being German and having a golden demon awarded to me, I'm incorrectly attributed to having created Marco's crisis suit with the Kroot pilot. Apparently that was me.
Oh, Jesus, really?
I told the Golden Demon Compendium that it's incorrect. I don't know if they ever fixed it. They got confused because there's Marco entered some in Germany at that time. You could enter Golden Demon models as a collaboration. Like you could say that this was done by this person and this person. So he entered the Exocrine as being done by me and Katya because a different model in that category he entered as himself. Basically, he entered the category twice. Once as me and Katya. Oh yeah, because he entered the category twice. He entered once with the Exocrine that he said it was me and Katya, and then he entered again with the crisis suit, which he said was him. And the crisis suit won gold, and then the Exocrine won bronze, I think. But they looked at it and they were confused. They're like, why does this model say Nick Jones on it? This is clearly Marco's scheme. Maybe we got these fucked up. Maybe Nick Jones is supposed to be the other one, and Marco's supposed to be this Exocrine. So that's how it got all fucked up.
Oh, Jesus.
It still has you as the Exocrine.
Okay, they fixed it. Good. I contacted the Golden Demon Compendium guys to tell them.
But they still have you as German.
Oh, it says Germany? It doesn't say Canada?
It still says you as German, yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, I didn't know that part. I actually didn't realize that part. I'll have to contact them again. This is on the Golden Demon Compendium?
Golden Demon Compendium has has German as like a little flag next to you.
Yeah, it should be Canada.
And it has other people as like Canada, but it doesn't say like, I'm guessing that's just meant to be the nationality, but they don't have anything else. Also, it doesn't have a link to your Instagram. Other ones have links to Instagrams.
I'll talk to these guys. They got a lot of stuff going on.
Well, so
anyway, Simon, go on.
Oil
wash, the
off.
worst.
What?
I said oil wash, the worst. That's where you were.
Oh yeah, the worst. So they did this crossover, and again I felt like I wanted to do something, and then I didn't feel inspired to do anything. And in the end, I listened to a podcast where Feel Lucky Punk was explaining the whole idea, and while I was listening to it, the idea formed in my brain.
Yeah.
And so I made another game, which is called Gießkanne 28, which
something
basically means Gießkanne is watering can.
Oh, D20 watering can?
No, watering can 28.
Okay.
Is my game, and today I posted on the Discord the rules for it, and yeah, you have to basically run around and water those plants and keep them from dying. But the fun idea is that you are either a skeleton summoned by a long dead necromancer to do that, or what I also liked was you are a servitor doing that, and around you the palatial mansion has crumbled to ruins already, but you're still mindlessly trying to save those plans.
I love it.
So Rick Priestley's mansion's crumbled. No.
Oh no. Oh no. Servitors should have been assigned to keep the mansion functioning, not water the plants.
Yeah, maybe that's the only servitor that survived.
Yeah.
And you have already a list of expansions to go to as well.
Yeah.
You've got all those rooms.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so that's the weird thing is that this doesn't end there, because I have of course I've drawn little art things, little drawings for this rule set, but also I wanted to convert this very servitor, because when I had the idea, I knew exactly what miniature I wanted to use for this, and there has been this Space Marine Tech Marine, and he was in metal ones, and then that got translated to fine cast, and he's running around with I think with 2 weapon servitors and 2, I don't know what the other dudes do.
Yeah,
I know which ones you're on about. Yeah, they're the ones that help repair. Yeah.
Yeah, and I could swear that I have this set of miniatures in a box somewhere.
Oh God!
And I've been trying to find the stupid box, and I know exactly how it looks like. And I've been so desperately trying to find the stupid thing that I have started to get tidy up and organize, because when you don't find things on the first go, it's time to clean up. So I'm trying to find those things by organizing, but I'm impatient as hell, so I don't want to wait until I've found them. So yeah, when I saw this AdMac box, I was inspired.
Wait, you mean like the new Kill Team thing?
Yeah, because there are servitors in there.
Yeah. Oh, so you're gonna get it?
But no, I just need one. I just need one
That's
fucking
how it starts.
servitor.
That's how it starts, Simon. I only want one.
Yeah, and then I reach out, to all the 40k people that I still know, who are not living on the other side of the world, but who could possibly chuck a servitor into an envelope and send it to me, but no one has this or has any damned servitors left over.
This is why Games Workshop made that box, to make all the money on people who want servitors.
Yeah, we have a dramatic servitor shortage in Germany. So yeah. And the worst of all is that North Star Miniatures is releasing, I think this weekend, a box called Automatons.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Which are
Automaton,
basically nothing else than just servitors. But I have looked into all the traders that I know, and no one is offering a pre-sale or anything like that.
Yeah.
So yeah. No servitors for me, so I'm sitting here with this because I want this stupid thing to be barefoot, because I think that's weird.
Yeah.
I just took one of those Fireforge zombies because it is barefoot, and I'm trying to build a servitor out of that.
Delicious.
Yes. Yeah, I know. So this is me in Hobbyland.
Sorry, you can't. We don't have servitors for you.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think I have any.
Did you look at the other inquisitorial agents? I think they might
Yeah, that
have
box set.
a barefooted servitor.
Yeah, did you see that? Simon,
Well,
the kill team, the inquisitorial
I
agent
tried
kill
to
team.
get. Yeah, because I'm a cheap bastard. I don't want to spend 20 euros on a scalper on eBay.
Let's call you economical.
For something that is potentially somewhere in my basement.
Ah, right, okay.
Oh no, I was thinking the plastic one's not the metal one that you're trying to find. Because I'm just thinking
I think they're still too
there's a lot
expensive.
of
I've seen that. So there's there's a new servitor, and you can buy that easily on Amazon. Not oh, Jesus, no, on eBay. But it's around 17, 18, 19, 20 euros. And I'm not paying 20 euros for a miniature anymore.
Smart man.
Ooh, conservative.
I know. We used to do that all the time, and that was apparently perfectly normal, but
now we're smart.
Not doing it anymore.
That's fine. I just finished saying that like I'm not buying miniatures right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm just looking because obviously like you've got like the Grimaldus servitor as well. But
Yeah.
that's not barefooted, and like a barefooted one. I'm seeing some of them like there's a specific one that came with what's his face? Inquisitor Cotias when they had his own retinue box. It's just I know the one that you're looking for specifically isn't released yet. And those metal ones are all a lot anyway.
Well, they
it's hard to
released
find
it
them
in
in even
Finecast at some point.
like a lower price.
But even those Finecast servitors are stupidly expensive. Jesus Jones, what you're doing there looks amazing.
Thanks,
Just
dude.
wanted to say that.
Yeah, I realized my epoxy sculpt's hardening faster than I thought, so I wanted to get some detail in here before it died. Because I've sculpted all the other sides of this thing, and I just need to... Oh, I gotta redo this one. Maybe I should do that now. Epoxy sculpt's still alive? I don't know.
It looks so cool. It's such a cool mixture between bone structure and stretched skin.
Thanks, dude. I worried it was too much stretched skin, but it is what it is.
I like it. It adds attention to it.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah. So. Oh, and because we are the Creature Conference, there's something I would like to. I cannot show you, but if you want to, there is another conference held, or has been held in Germany a while ago, and that was the first Warhammer conference.
Oh,
and this sounds like I don't know, GW has finally lost its mind.
Are they suing?
No, they're not.
Okay.
At least that I haven't heard that. So what that is there's someone, there's an academic, a professor, something like that in Heidelberg, and he fielded or he invited to the first scientific conference regarding Warhammer.
What? How do you have a scientific conference? What do they talk about?
Well, you to enter, you have to be a scientist of some sort in some field, and you have to talk about. Well, they are having. I never understood how an academic conference or a scientific conference really works.
People just
apparently
present papers,
there are rules
I think.
and Sorry?
When people present papers, research papers or something? I don't actually know either.
Yeah. Well, they have something called keynote. So people who are invited and who are kind of the headliners
speakers, like
of the event.
headliners, yeah.
And then you can there's something called call for papers, which is the official announcement that this is happening, and people can enter their ideas for if they want to speak there, and you have, I don't know, 20 minutes, and then there's 10 minutes discussion and all that. So there are rules which apply to scientific research fields, apparently. And they did this with Warhammer. So there's some biologists talking about how Tyranids relate to other hive insects on Earth.
Interesting.
And there are all kinds of weird and interesting things, but you have to you sort of have to understand kind of the language. It's because it's all academic, professional. Huh?
How did you find out about this?
In a podcast.
Oh, yeah.
And the great thing is that's why I'm talking about it here. Is everyone who's understanding this can also watch it because they have a YouTube channel.
Oh, cool.
And because it's a scientific thing, it's all in English.
Oh, neat. Okay.
So they all talk in English, and they have John Blanche as one of the keynotes there.
Cool. That's neat.
Yeah. So we are interested in space monsters. So they have things about Tyranids as well.
Cool.
In there, they have all kinds of topics, but yeah, I have not watched much of it. Do you have a link?
Do you have a link? You're the one who told us about it. You're the one who has to provide the link.
Yeah, I'll just drag it out.
You can put it in our Discord chat. Maybe Flynn can share it out.
Conference. Warhammer conference.
Interesting that it was hosted in Germany. What were you saying about Games Workshop? You were like, Games Workshop, something about this related.
What?
You seemed to imply that you were going to say something about Games Workshop and this conference.
No, it's completely, Games Workshop has nothing to do with that. Which is interesting.
You said something at the beginning of this talk that was somehow related to Games Workshop, and now I can't remember what it was.
I don't know.
Okay.
Well, just to give you a few topics. So we have John Blanche, but we also have the medieval roots of Warhammer 40,000's crusade. So someone who's comparing historic crusades to the crusades in 40K.
Cool.
We have The Jungle Made Us, an author's reflection writing Catachan. So there's an author, and she's talking about how to work for a Black Library and all that. But there are things about space monsters in there. So I'm trying to find out. Asymmetric warfare in the 41st millennium.
Sweat. I don't know if that's any better, but whatever, it's done now. Ugh.
Well, Yeah, I don't find it. There was something about Gene Stealer cults. Oh, the first generation cults upper class. Oh yeah, that was interesting because they talked in the podcast about that shortly. They looked into the fact that where Gene Stealer cults originate, so where they start, and that they used to start in the like in the Underhive, in the lower classes.
Yeah.
And apparently in the lore they know start in the elite classes.
Really?
Apparently, yeah. And so what is interesting is that they take Warhammer so serious as a kind of status description of our society. Yeah, and that's entertaining. I think, at least.
It sounds cool. Nora might be into it. She's someone who has an academic background. There's
who's able to read and understand all this bullshit.
They just hosted an academic conference on Warhammer in Germany. Yeah. Simon's got a link to it. He said that's so nerdy. I don't know if they talked about women. That's a good question. There's women who spoke. So her response is that's so nerdy.
Yeah, there's one about nuns. They compare nuns. Yeah, it's the first thing about women that I saw. Dominican nuns, but with guns, adeptus sororitas, and medieval spirituality.
Oh God, amazing. Okay, that's cool.
Nuns with guns. Yes, that's what they are.
Nuns with guns.
Yeah, and they will repeat it this year.
Cool.
Yeah, because they got so many interesting things sent that they want to do it again.
Cool.
Yep. Yep.
There's one talk about nuns with guns. No, it's on YouTube. You can watch it. She asked if you attended.
No, I'm not an academic.
Simon says he's not an academic. Yeah, he's a teacher. You should have heard him trying to describe an academic conference. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm trying to describe an academic conference. Doing my worst here.
That's fine. I worked for an employer that was kind of academic conference adjacent, so I got some exposure. Well, Psychological Publishing Company. Nora's like, you
Very
did?
Good. And you did.
Anyway.
And you did.
And I did.
Did. I have only... Is there just one head in here? Oh, wow. I've bought one of those wheel servitors a good while back.
Wheel servitors?
Yeah, they're running around on tracks.
What, a Games Workshop model?
Yep. And it has all kinds of cool bits. But only two different heads. And one looks like, I don't know, it has fallen into the box where they keep all the lenses. Because it has, I kid you not, 1, 2, 3, 4 lenses stuck to a stupid head.
Oh, are those Cataphren destroyers?
Possibly.
Okay. They're pretty good. That's a pretty good model.
Do they have tracks?
Yes.
Yes.
And they just have like torsos with guns strapped to them.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. I bought that because I wanted to build something on the on the tracks. Those were the
Yes,
cheapest
those are
tracks
good
I could
tracks.
find for.
Yeah.
I wanted to use them for Vestarian,
Yeah. Oh, smart. Yeah.
but
think
I
I used
never got
those.
around to.
I used those for my shrine for Vestarian. Those tracks.
Oh, smart. Smart.
I am so
That's very
smart.
smart. You're
S-M-O-T.
smart. You are so smart. There's such a tiny little arm with the little pincers.
Oh, I like that one.
Hello.
I remember
Yeah,
when they were so cheap to get.
they still are. I'm surprised. Like one of these
It's
is as expensive as one of those stupid things. No, it's half the price. 12 euros is one of them. I think that's affordable.
do you know why it's 12 euros?
Why?
So do you know I've talked about these partwork magazines?
Oh yeah, the things you can't get in Canada where you like they put plastic miniatures in them that they don't want to sell anymore.
But they do. They are. They're available to North America. I don't know why Canada doesn't get them, or it might be just specific places in Canada you've got to go to, which is annoying. But you can order directly. But basically, one of the issues for the previous 40k one they did, they had Carathon destroyers, and each issue had one in that kit.
Oh wow.
So that's why. And I know here in the UK it was just about. It was under 12 quid at the time when that issue came out, so it's probably why the Carathon destroyers are that cheap in like
Makes sense. Makes
everywhere.
absolutely sense.
Because
Yeah,
the current one is Combat
those
Patrol.
magazines are available in Germany right now, and in issue 3, there have been 3 Van Ryan Leapers in that.
Nice.
For 7 euros.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Did you get some? That's a good kit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good.
And then when I looked them up, they're like, I don't know, what's their price tag? 36 euros or something like that.
A lot of money.
That was so stupid.
It's only because it's in the Combat Patrol box. Like the Psychophage is one model and it's 36 quid, and it's one mod and it's in there for maybe 10 quid.
Yeah.
It's because of how they are in the Combat Patrol.
That's utterly stupid.
Well, they just count on people not knowing.
I can do one better.
Yeah.
I can do one better. Last time they did they extended it by 10 issues. They had Illuminor Xeros, who is one of the Necron characters in there. He is only on one sprue. The model was about 40 odd quid. He was sold for under £10.
Wow. Nice.
I picked one up myself because it was just this is just stupid not to get it.
Well, the situation probably is the Games Workshop has these sprues and they have a lot more of them than they need. So it tells you something that they can make a profit on selling them for this cheap in this magazine. Or probably the magazine gives them like some kind of like package contract where they're like, we're going to give you this much money, provide us with this many models. And Games Workshop's like, okay, we're going to get rid of these models and these models and these models.
I think what they're aiming for is that you don't buy individual magazines. The whole system is designed that you can buy the first few in the store, and then they disappear. So you subscribe, so they will get your money with no matter if you use it or not.
Yeah.
But the thing is that when you buy the whole subscription, it is cheaper, but not as much as you would think from the individual prices from each thing. So I don't recall how much, but it was just quotation marks just about 20% off the retail price. If you buy the whole subscription thing.
Yeah, it's the first couple of ones up until this set were always good value for money. Overall, you spent a lot less. It wasn't even like 20; it was like 40% you were saving. So you're saving more than if you were going to your local gaming store that could give 20% discount. But now, because they put the combat patrol in, you're spending about the same, even for it. Even though you're getting like the odd extra model wheel stuff that you're saving a bit of money on, overall it's not worth it. It's now the individual issues are where you save the money. Like I even got, normally the paint issues are the most expensive ones. Not the most expensive. I mean, the ones you lose money on. Yeah, because they give you 2 paints and you're losing money on it.
Yeah. 3 paints in that. I saw that. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" In one box, there's like, I don't know, there's this whole load of miniatures, and in the next 3 paints.
3 paints? Where have you seen 3 paints? I've only ever seen 2. Because 3 paints, they lose money
Maybe
on.
I'm just making things up, but I could swear I've seen 3 paints.
Yeah, but I've seen 2 paints. But 2 paints with a paintbrush, that saves money. 2 paints on their own loses money. It used to be 3 paints when the paints were cheaper and they would lose money on that. But now they lose money on more than 2 paints.
Or you buy a proper brush somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you've got to make sure. But you're still paying a bit for a proper brush. But at least you're saving. Like I've got these dry brushes that I'm using right now, that like the dome-shaped ones.
The dry brushes are something else. They used to be. It used to be very hard to come by good dry brushes, but that has changed as well.
Oh yeah.
Thanks to our friends.
Thanks to you, sir, Mr. Nick. Yes. Love those.
Oh, they're treating you well?
Yeah, he's done.
Yes.
Good man.
But I also always make sure that I will use brush soap after I use them.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
What's your brand of choice?
I got him Artis Opus for free because he told me to reach out to Artis Opus. He basically got Artis Opus for himself for free.
Yeah. No, but your brush soap of choice.
I wasn't intending that.
Oh, brush soap of choice. Simon's got like this crazy German brand that I bought when I was there, where they give you like a whole bar for like no money.
Yeah. We got this.
I've got one called BJ's.
BJ's, good times.
Yeah, we have this art supply store, and they are carrying their own brand, and it looks like a piece of soap, but only for brushes, and that's good.
So one thing I've seen in chat was Squid talking with Tom. Saying that he's not in Japan, he's in Texas. That's Squid.
Squid is in
Texas.
Texas?
They have a Warhammer cafe with awesome tables.
Yes.
Squid's in Texas.
That's in Dallas, I think.
And yeah, but he's said they didn't know there was more cafes out there apart from the Japan one. That's what Tom says. There's a little Squid says there's a little Warhammer themed pastry, teas, and coffee. Because obviously
pastries better be good.
We've got
I have great expectations for pastries, and I'm not expecting them to be any good.
Yeah, because Tom says we've got Bugman's, which has got some themed beers from a local brewery. Going over to a local brewery because I looked up a bit afterwards.
When I was there with Tom, they had like a green Skaven one. It looks horrible. Wait, Tom, did you drink the Skaven one? I can't.
Yeah, remember. I didn't have that when I was there. I got some for my dad for his birthday because it was after I was visiting Warhammer. There was only one we kind of actually like. Yeah, that's the one I would definitely go and have again. If I see the names, I'll be able to say it. But they do cycle them out quite often because I remember I went up. I only gone up like 2 years before my last visit.
Cast something when I was there. I think
that was there. The Stormcast one wasn't that good. I think it was the Brute one. Was quite a nice one when I was there.
Cool.
The Brute Lord.
No, Brute.
No, Brute as in
B-R-U-T-E.
Brock. Yeah, it was a dwarf name of the dwarf character, Brock.
Oh, okay.
But no, that was quite a nice beer that I had when I was there. So, Simon, I know you mentioned before we started there was 3 things you wanted to
Oh yeah,
cover.
yeah. Did we hit your 3 things yet? Did we hit any of them yet?
I think so, because I wanted to talk about the Warhammer conference.
Yes.
About my little game of plant watering.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, yeah, and my other game. I feel like I usually feel like I don't get anything done. Sorry.
Look at you, Mr. Game Designer. I've got my
I
game
feel like I'm
and
not
my other
getting
game.
things done. Yeah. And looking at that, it feels like, okay, starting to feel stupid here, because apparently things happen all the time.
You're more productive than you think. You're one of the most productive hobbyists I know.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're an inspiration,
It always could be more.
Yeah, no kidding. More. Like, that can be said about anything in life.
You are right.
Wait, when is Operation Jumpy Castle happening?
Next weekend.
Oh, you still have a week. Okay. Well, if it happens, I want to see pictures.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Especially pictures of your catapult.
The kids' catapult.
Yeah, they're gonna love that. I feel like your middle son would be all about it. I feel like your oldest son might be a bit trepidatious, but your middle son would be like, "Okay, let's do this." Yeah.
Oh yes, definitely. He would be those legs. At some point, he had 4 injuries in his face.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah, there's no stopping him. But yeah,
takes a licking, keeps on ticking.
Exactly, and every once in a while, they drag up their books.
Yeah.
Where you have written stuff in.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool.
You are not forgotten.
Oh, good.
Good,
it's been
sir.
a year.
Yes. Feels so much longer.
Feels weird. Yeah, yeah. Like when I thought about going to Germany last year, I'm like, wait, what? That was last year? Yo, check out my my cute little teefies that I put on this guy. I don't know why he has teeth, but I just thought it looks cool with this like kind of arch in the carapace plate that looks like it should be some weird mouth.
Yeah.
Yes, this is a piece of terrain.
The original piece has mouth?
No, of course not. Well, I don't know. I haven't seen it up close, but I don't think so. I'm just making shit up because, like, look, he's got this at one end, and at the other end, he's got.
Yeah, I saw that head plate. That looks amazing.
So he's got a mouth on one end and a sphincter on the other.
Oh, nice.
That's what we're
doing. What are you depicting there, Marco?
Yep. I think it's his birthday today, isn't it? Or something?
I love that. You should make a cast of that. I know you are not for cast, but...
Well, I don't know, man. Curtis is a really nice guy, and I keep thinking I should send him some stuff. Oh, poop!
Send him the terrain.
What? I don't think I ruined anything.
I think if you sent Curtis the terrain, he would definitely... One, he'd make good out of it.
Yeah.
Because I think they'd be easy to make as just like a one-piece mold, simple as that.
Well, what I need to do is these pieces both have Games Workshop. They have Games Workshop parts in them.
Yeah. Of course, you would have to sculpt over them.
I have. So my goal is to do another version of the egg that I sculpt entirely from scratch. Hold on.
Oh, good.
This thing. So I have the lemon. I have more lemons and limes in my bag of tricks. And now that I've like established this pattern for the stretched flesh, I'm really happy with it. I think it would be very easy to replicate that. So I just need to sculpt some kind of something bony ridges along the edges. to get me going, and I think I
You
could
know
easily
what you
sculpt.
should do?
And it won't. And the thing is, when I do it, Simon, who casts things, it will not have these barbs on it, which to me look like mold ruiners.
Yeah. You know what?
What?
You know what you should do?
What's that?
You should not start to sculpt that because you will never do that. What you should do is you
What?
should,
What do you mean?
well, just sit down and sculpt another of those eggs like crazy.
What do you mean? It's easy. It's so fast.
Yeah.
I sculpted most of this while I was watching Andor.
You are not. Well, here's what I would do, and here's what the productive person would do.
Oh, you are productive.
I would
yes.
take this, cut away most of the plastic, and then sculpt the fucking thing over.
No.
And then you don't have to sculpt the second thing of it. You just have to work over the plastic so you don't see it anymore. And then you have one of your very own.
No, I'm actually like I'm looking forward to the opportunity to do it again because I hate the first one I sculpted so much. Like this one is so crap
Nick, instead of
compared
getting...
to other ones.
What?
Like this is the first one I sculpted.
Hold
on. Check this. And this is the last one I sculpted. The most recent one I sculpted for comparison. Much more definition.
How many have you done of them?
Huh? 6. There's 6 sides.
Good. Yeah. Oh, the sides. Okay.
So, why didn't you get polystyrene eggs?
Because they were sold out, Flynn. I told you. I went to the friggin' dollar store the Saturday before Easter. There was none. Zero. The closest I have
you were looking for...
are these fucking things. I have plastic eggs that I started kind of doing something with. But I have... The egg I have is smaller. There's one larger than this, but it's smaller than this. And
I was thinking it's different. When you were saying egg, I was thinking something different. Not the polystyrene egg ones. That's what you were trying to get.
These are polystyrene on the inside. They just have a weird, like, rubbery skin on them.
Okay. Doesn't that make it easier for the putty to stick to?
Well, the putty sticks to it, but the problem is there's flex, there's give. So, like...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to use the epoxy sculpt to hopefully, like, reinforce it a bit. I take your point, Simon, that it would be faster to just sculpt over this, but I think I can do a better job when I do the one myself.
Well,
but for people who didn't know who meant by we said Curtis, it's Ramshackle Games. The links in the chat.
Thank you. Ramshackle Games Curtis is a lovely human being. He's super supportive of people in the hobby community. He casts for all kinds of people all the time. So I have Kill Team barricades that I sculpted 100% from scratch. Those are the ones I meant to send to Curtis, and I still mean to. They might be out of favor now. I don't know that they even use barricades in Kill Team anymore. You used to be able to like deploy barricades at the beginning, but whatever. I'm gonna send them to him anyway because I got nothing else to do with it. And if it helps Curtis, that's good by me.
Yeah.
So,
yes,
I've got a question for you guys, seeing as it came out this week. I know you're not a Space Marine thing, but you don't really like Space Marines, but Space Wolves, what do you guys think of them?
Space Wolves? I think woof woof. Ow!
Space Wolves.
Ow, ow, ow. Nora's wondering what the hell I'm doing.
Well,
she's outside and she heard me.
Well, the new Logan Grimnar, the new Nigel the Stormcaller, the new Arjak Rockfist, or whatever his name is.
But I think we're also getting close to the end of the stream, so I don't want to close out with Space Marines. What I want to close out with is, has everyone seen the preview for Alien Earth? Simon, have you seen the What? What? Neither of you have?
No, sorry.
I watched one Alien film this week. That's as me done for the week of Alien stuff. I can't overload.
You guys need to be kicked off the stream. Alien Earth, they had a preview. Really? On Alien Day, you didn't watch the preview for Alien Earth? Okay, well, let's fix that.
I watched Alien Romulus on Alien Day.
Oh, well, that's pretty good. Was that the first time you watched it?
That was the first time I watched it, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm
Good.
glad you watched it. But this is the new hotness. Here we go. Here's a link to this is the long trailer, which is good times. And can I find the short trailer? This Kilgren.
Long trailer only.
Oh, go away. And oh wait, what is this? Oh, that's Earth Day. What Alien Earth? What is this trash? Okay, I didn't see that. I do not recommend that trailer. Where's the good trailer? Come on, FX, you can do it. Oh, here we go. Here's the good teaser. So you should watch both of these. One is long. Second is shorter. Okay, there we go. And I'm gonna spoil them right now, sort of, kind of. They had done a number of teasers for Alien Earth is going to be a TV series set in the Alien franchise, FYI. Xenomorphs making it to Earth. I don't know how they pursue that plot line without all the humans just dying, because that's what would happen. It's going to be a TV series. It's coming out this summer, so it's going to be out very soon. And until now, they kept doing these cheesy teasers where they're like, ooh, we have a teaser for Alien Earth. And it would literally just be a xenomorph head with the Earth reflected in it. And it would be like, what is this crap? So, yeah, these teasers are pretty good. I'm not going to say anything else, but you should watch them because they're pretty good. And they make me excited. And I was worried that the series was going to take place completely on Earth and not at all in space, but this has led me to believe that there might be some space stuff in it.
Good, because on Earth, boring.
Also, have you seen the preview for the new Predator movie, Predator Badlands?
Nope.
God damn.
I thought that was a TV series.
No, Alien Earth is a TV series. Predator Badlands is a movie, I believe, that's coming out in November. Why is my keyboard not working? This you should go check out. Because there may be an interesting link in it to something else. I'll say no more.
I thought it was a film, that one, because I've always seen, like, there's the fan.
Badlands is a film, or you mean Earth? What are you talking about?
No, is there a Predator Earth come on?
Oh no, so sorry. Alien Earth is a TV series. Predator Badlands is a movie. You thought which one was a series?
No.
Badlands?
I thought Predator Badlands was a series because there's always this fan story that they want to be made, that you have a predator training up a new younger predator, and they go to feudal Japan.
Okay, that's a different.
Where there is
now. What you're referring to, Flynnhammer, is, oh god, what's it called? Predator. What is it? There's another thing. There's
Predator
another.
Wishful Thinking.
No, there's still another thing coming out. There's still another thing coming out in the Alien Predator universe in 2025. Is it called Killer of Killers? Is that really what it's called? God, that's the worst name ever. Okay, it's called Killer of Killers. I'm sorry. I wish it was a better name too. But it is an anime set in the Predator universe that is also coming out this year. And that has some feudal Japan thing in it. So maybe this is what you're referring to. Why is it called Killer of Killers?
Oh, it's not just that. That's an anthology series, but that's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, okay, this is the one.
Because they've got different ones. One is that's
original
the one
animated action.
There's also that story
it says
of
action adventure film. I think it's all in one. It's all in one thing. It's not a series. It looks like it should be an anthology, but it looks like it's actually going to be together.
It's an anthology film because it follows three of the fiercest warriors in human history: a Viking raider guiding her young son on a bloody quest for revenge, a ninja man who turns against his samurai brother in a brutal battle for succession, and a World War II pilot who takes to the sky to investigate an otherworldly threat to their allied cause.
Oh, that's the most ridiculous one. The idea that like World War II era fighter craft could take on a Predator spaceship. That's ridiculous. Yeah. Maybe the Vikings and the samurai and the ninja will do okay, but I do not believe in the World War II pilots.
Yeah, but there's always been like a fan theory about Like
Flynn, you're breaking up a little bit.
feudal
Simon,
Japan,
is he breaking up for you
like,
too?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's fine.
Okay.
It's been happening
But
for a
dudes,
while now.
I gotta
something
run.
happened earlier.
I gotta run too.
run.
But yeah,
Okay, well now you guys have your homework.
That's good.
Before the next stream, you have to watch
Yeah.
the 15 Alien trailers and the 15 Predator trailers because it's a good time to be alive.
Okay,
Sound
I'll
good?
do that.
Good man.
Sounds good.
Thank you for streaming this evening. I had
Mealings.
fun chatting with both you dudes.
Thank you.
And though I'm
Thank you.
not going to send these things to get cast at Ramshackle Games, both of these things will be available for people to procure, but I'm not going to make casts. So get out your wallets because I don't need to keep these. So I think I'm going to sell them at some point. So if you like them, once I've completed filming the videos and I've took lots of pictures of them, I'm probably going to put them up for sale. So if you want one of these, it could be yours. But more on that
Very
later.
good.
More on that later.
Mm.
Okay, thank you all for joining. Thank you
Send
everyone
that
in
email.
chat. What's that?
Sweet, send that email.
Subscribe, comment,
Good night,
ring
Simon.
the bell. Thank you, Diana.
Yes, thank you, Diana. Please like the thing. Oh wait, we need a question for the end of the stream. Simon, what should people post in the comments if they're watching the recording of this at the end of the stream to tell us they got to the end of the stream? Something weird and random.
What's your favorite sea creature?
Yes, thank you. Tell us your favorite sea creature in the chat if you're just to show us that you made it to the end of the stream. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. And yeah, I hope everyone is staying safe, having fun, making lots of cool stuff. And we will stream with you again soon. Good night, Simon.
Good night.
Good night, Flynnhammer.
Good night.
And good night to everyone out there in YouTube land. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.